Welcome to my guide for Barber. This is going to demonstrate the cheese method as it's known, showing some methods that I have developed myself to make the kills slightly easier for myself, showing how to instantly set up the cycle on all three of the phases, as well as a few other interesting things I've found along the way. So let's get started. I run straight to the back of the wall here, and you can be 2 tiles or 3 tiles away from the wall. I actually usually start 2 tiles, but in this clip I am 3 tiles away. If you start from 2 tiles away, that allows you to be a tick late. There's 2 possible ticks that you can start the cycle on with Barbar, and that is the tick before Barbar is next due to attack. He attacks every 6 ticks, so you can attack on tick 5, or you can start the cycle on tick 5, or you can start the cycle on tick 4. By using this method here, I'll be starting the cycle on tick 5 by starting from 3 tiles away from the wall. And how I do that is, as Barbar hits me, I hit him, and then I walk to the wall and begin the cycle. So I have attacked Barbar, I am now walking to the wall, and as I reach the wall, I will begin the cycle. Now, the cycle is walking under the boss for 2 tiles, and then attacking Barbar, and then you have to wait for a couple of game ticks. Now, again, the tile that you begin walking under is not tick perfect. The cycle of walking under for 2 tiles and then attacking Barbar, you kind of want to do this tick perfect. But initially going under, I'm using the game sounds every time I come back out. So I'm just going to quickly put the game sounds from this clip on. And there's 3 distinct like whirring sounds or swishing sounds that you can hear from these shadows. And I'm just going to shut up for a second. So as I hear that third whoosh, that last whoosh, is when I click the obelisk. And doing it on this tick, by reacting to the sound of the last shadow going off, you're walking under on tick 4, which means you can actually react a tick after this last game sound or 2 ticks after. And I like doing it this way. That's just my method. I'm sure other people use other methods, like maybe the head nod or the towel wig, you know, one of those things. I'm sure people have got their methods going on. But practicing this cycle in a lower scale, I'd also recommend just go in, just throw on a bunch of, you know, a couple of low invocations, maybe walk the path or something. Path master, I mean, to at least make Barbar level 3 so you don't kill him straight away. But once you've got this cycle down, this is pretty much standard for the first phase. So we'll skip ahead now through to the second phase, and you will need to get through the boulders. You don't need to bring a range pot if you don't have full Missouri. You'll want to pre-range pot a normal range pot, which I show here. I'm 107 range, where I have not used a divine range pot as my pre-pot in the bank, which means that now my blowpipe is actually able to hit 27. With 99 range, unfortunately, I hit 26. So anyone else with this issue can use this to still one-hit the boulders to get through. Okay, here. We're gonna, as soon as we have the ability to run through the boulders, we're going to run straight into the middle of Barbar and drop a potion. The tile that you can drop a potion is actually anywhere pretty much in this 3x3, I guess, or 3x5, but I think it might even be 2x5, so don't trust me on that third row because I've never tried it, but this 2x5 definitely works, but I normally just go for this middle tile here. And we're going to drop a potion, and then you can go to either side of these marked tiles. I will put these in the description as well. The reason you want to go 1 tile away from him and not keep him in place, as I learned the hard way, is if you just stand here and start using the method. We're going to be holding shift, by the way, to shift click our potion and instantly start the method. But if you stand just here and you don't move the boss from his original spot, it actually changes the pattern of the shadows that you're dodging, and I'll explain it when we get the first set. So we do drag him 1 tile backwards, and as we take the attack, normal timing for this, you're going to wait roughly just a whip hit. You know, you're not. He's got a 6 tick attack speed, so as long as you don't go too quickly, you'll get the timing for this naturally. It's very hard to explain, but again, you're walking on tick 4 or tick 5, so we'll just rewind that just a tiny bit so you can see that without me pausing it. So we're going to attack, step back, and we're going to start attacking. And as soon as he attacks us, we're going to wait a few seconds, and then we're going to shift click, and we're going to start the cycle. So we're shift clicking for the potion, and then letting go of shift to attack the boss. And with the boulders here, this is important. By reacting on tick 4, I believe, instead of tick 5 consistently, the boulder will place here, and you should naturally avoid it. Sometimes when you go to walk under the boss, and you'll just have to practice this and just react, you will have the boulder place here. So as you walk under and you step back, you don't step back, but as you attack the boss to drag back, you need to first attack the boss to a drag back and then actually click 1 tiles down from yourself. And that is the reason that we don't keep the boss in the middle, because these shadow patterns, they actually they create a shadow here on this 1 tile down if you don't drag the boss 1 across left or right. So that's kind of important, because you may try to avoid one of the falling rocks and then just end up taking the shadow. Okay, so this is again standard for phase 2, and we'll skip ahead to phase 3, which is basically the same principle. Oh, and this is important as well. I believe I end up reacting a tick late than I should have here, and I end up taking a hit. And there's a very, very nice way just to reset yourself back up in this situation. So I was aware that I'd lost the tick as well. So if you're actually aware that you're being slow, put on your melee prane, as I did just there. But the most important thing is there's an easy way to set this back up straight away without panicking. And that is, because you've now attacked the boss on the same tick that he's attacking you, that will naturally happen by you. When you drag back out from walking, you will always naturally have this pattern of you both hitting on the same tick. You've got a 5-tick weapon, he's got a 6-tick hand or paw. So as soon as you hit your next fang hit, you'll actually be walking under on tick 5, which is tick perfect. But this is exactly what I do here. As soon as I hit that fang and get that XP drop or see my animation, I just restart the cycle. And that is the most perfect way that you can reset it up, which I'm glad happened in this kill when we got to explain that. And yes, we'll skip ahead to the last phase now. Oh, this is something very, very important and very cool and interesting that I only recently discovered, and that is Barbar Shockwave attack. When he throws you back for the boulders, believe it or not, has a perfect range that he will throw you 1 tile away from the hole, and you cannot fall in the hole if you're on the back wall. If you're 1 tile off of the back wall, you'll go in the hole. And you'll see that for this guide on purpose, I actually stand in the middle when I phase this boss right here at 33%. And we do have not Boulder Dash, we do have Mind the Gap. Mind the Gap is definitely on. So you are completely safe from Mind the Gap using this method. Bear in mind, you're not safe on the first phase, just the second and the third. There's one last important thing to explain here as we get through these boulders. And I'd accidentally picked up my potion here, so and the boss instantly woke up. The boss can sometimes instantly wake up, so sometimes if you've got your potion drop there already, just run straight to the marked tile and you're totally fine in those cases. You just need to be situationally aware of that. But we do set it straight back up here. We just drop our potion. If this happens, if you end up in this situation like me, just re-drop your potion and run to one of the marked tiles, and it will you'll always end up in this situation where he is where he should be and you are where you should be. If there was a slight glitch there, I do apologize. The recording just like literally ended on me and we just had to restart the recording, but we've got back to the same point, and you do see that we do end up resetting it up here, even though we did mess up with the potion and things. We avoid this shadow here and we managed to get back in time, and it doesn't really matter if you're all the way against the wall, left or right. The mark tile isn't the perfect mark tile. As long as you're against the wall, your potion is 1 or 2 tiles off of the wall, you'll always be able to shift click your potion, walk under for a couple of ticks, get that red X in, and start the cycle. Very, very important though, almost forgot to mention this. On the last phase, it is not a 6-tick cycle anymore. It does become one, but initially, Barbar's attack speed changes on the 3rd phase from 6 ticks to 4 ticks. So if you try and stand there and walk under on tick 4 or tick 5, you will be re-attacked again. You actually need to walk under on tick 2 or tick 3, making it a lot easier, to be fair. You can walk under literally 1 tick after you're attacked and you'll be walking on tick 2. So very, very easy to avoid that 2nd, 4th hit, and as long as you're not walking under instantly as soon as you're attacked. This one's a very, very easy one to time. So I'm just going to rewind that to show you how we reset that up. So we get attacked and we almost instantly walk under and naturally avoid the falling boulder as well, which was quite nice. And once it is set up, it goes back to the natural 6-tick cycle. Don't ask me why, this is how it works. But yes, the initial 4-tick attack speed, you do need to remember for phase 3. And that should cover you for all of Barbar. As always, thanks for watching my guide. I hope it helped, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.